Okay, so here's the new Olight. It's an i5T and it's brass. Now, I have had quite a few different lights made out of titanium, aluminum, copper, but I have never had a light made out of brass. Well, I'm going to say this is my first brass flashlight. This one's an Olight i5T. And these are a pretty basic light, just two molds normally on the back. 5-year warranty, but this is the first brass light that I have gotten. There's a user manual. Oh, look at this. It comes sealed. Well, that makes sense because brass will change color pretty quick if it gets wet. That's pretty interesting. The problem is now going to be keeping it looking nice and clean. This is going to be... I think I'll open this guy up. Okay, so just pulled it out here. Ooh, it's a pretty interesting design. I'm pretty sure their normal i5Ts don't have that. Serial number. Wait a minute, am I seeing right? 566. I thought that was serial number 666. Okay, let's get the battery out of this guy. It's just a cheapie. That's actually not too bad. Okay, well, I'll use it for a while and then continue this video on a later date. Let's give it a quick beam shot here. Yeah, she's pretty bright. Turn off my camera light here. That's on low. And that's on high. Huh. It's actually pretty decent. And here's a quick size comparison. I actually thought I had an i5T, but it looks like I don't. So this one here is an i3T, which is a single AAA battery model right here. And this one here is the i5T, which is a AA model. Just so you guys see, there's the size comparison. Okay, so I've been using this for quite some time. I got some good marks on her already, but that's because I got her in my pocket with another flashlight and a knife and stuff. Being brass, makes sense. It's going to scratch. It's going to get some fingerprints on it pretty quick. That can all be polished out, but then I'd lose their logo, I think. So this is the Olight, and it's the i5T EOS, and of course it is solid brass, pure brass. And from what I can see, everything is brass. Maybe not the clip, because that has some pretty good spring to it. So this guy here is 300 lumens, 60 meter beam distance. You got your standard low, and then you got your high. Again, it's not the brightest light, but it does run on one single AA battery. It's pretty neat. And again, if you do flashlight collecting like I do, this is my first brass one. And to be honest, I'm very surprised. And wow, does it have some pretty good weight to it. That's the first brass. And then that's my first copper O-pen right here. O-pen 2, I guess. Just a little bit of a size comparison. You guys seen when I had it against i3T earlier. Now, I've been kind of scratching this guy around. And I'm not sure if you guys see it, but I got some pretty good scratches on her already. And I only had her in my pocket for a few days, but I mean, I have that guy in my pocket, which is another flashlight video that would have been up before this. I got this in my pocket, and this guy sits right in between them. So it makes sense that every time I pull it in and out, it's going to be scratching on these guys here, on the edge of that. I kind of expected that. And to be honest, I kind of like the weathered look. And this ain't really rubberized on the sides here. Solid plastic, rubberized on the top here. It's kind of cool. Very nice click on it. Let's just pull it apart and take a look at the inside. Okay, so I just turned on my light. You guys can see it comes with a Chinese battery, which might be actually a pretty decent battery because it came with an Olight product, but I am going to get rid of that guy. I'm going to put in my standard Energizer Max. and just give you guys a little bit of an idea. Has a nice O-ring. Machining is actually extremely nice on this guy. Being solid brass, I'm going to guess being a collector one, this model or number 566, makes sense. You're going to spend a little bit more time on it. Again, she looks very nice. Kind of can't focus out there. Oh, seen it for a second there. Nope, not going to be able to focus in fully there, but again, very nice setup. And the reason why I'm making this video, because I'm looking right now on their website. These are already showing here that they're sold out. So that didn't take long. I believe they just marked them live, well, what was it, yesterday? If you guys want to watch some of the specs here, I'm just going to scroll through here. I am on Olight Canada website, so this is a Canadian price. You guys can see some of the specs there. IPX8 rating, 20 hours runtime. That's probably going to be in a low mode, of course, but it is very nice. I don't think it's going to be as bright as that. But just go kind of through this here. And maybe I'll just get some quick beam shots, and it's just going to be from in the basement here. I'm not going to take this guy outside because this is more of an indoor light, you could say. But again, they're having their Valentine sale. Out of stock, out of stock. Now, that could just be because the sale hasn't started yet, but they did have some early access to their VIP members. That could be why they sold out. But chances are all this is going to be back in stock by the time I post this video. You guys can see they got a few other items there. The M2R Pro, the old Pen 2, which I just showed you guys my copper one, and I'm not sure if there's going to be anything else going on sale, but again, just thought I'd make this quick video here, just showing off the fancy looking brass light. And that guy right there is probably what I'm going to buy next. Well, I think I found out where the flashlight was scratching. You guys see those marks? Wow. I think that might have just took the paint off this light. This one here is on another video from a different manufacturer, but look at that, hey? Yeah, that might clean off. It looks like it's going to clean off, but definitely is why I got so many scratches on here. Again, it's pretty neat, this light, how it came sealed. I just swapped the batteries. One more thing I want to mention, when you go to high, if you guys see that, you might not be able to see it. It slowly like fades in and fades out from high to low setting. But I got to go down to dungeon and check on some stuff, so maybe I'll take you guys along for the beam shot test. Okay, so that's just on low. And that is on high. And that is actually a lot brighter than I thought it was going to be. Again, I'm back on low. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. That is actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I actually just changed the battery. Just put in the Energizer battery, but yeah. That's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be for this little light. That's low. And slowly brightening up is high. Okay, well, I think that's all I'm going to get for a beam shot of her. Again, my camera light is not on. Again, that's low. That's about how I see. Yeah, that is, I'm actually looking with my eyes and then through the camera. That's pretty much exactly how I see. That is actually pretty sweet. Might end up having to pick up a few of their normal, not brass models, just to throw into some of my bug-out equipment. Because AA flashlights, to be honest, they're actually trying hard to find something that's going to last and be as durable as I could see this one being. Maybe I'll get another one and torture test it. Would you guys want to see that? I don't know. We'll see. Whew. Can you say crusty and rusty and dusty and dirty? And just going through all the cabling here. Fixing up some stuff here using, of course, the Olight here. And checking for any kind of burns on the cables. Kind of like that guy right there. That power supply is temporarily disconnected. And yeah, a few other things here, but getting this guy running on a few more cards, switching out some power supplies, just maintenance, and of course this little Olight here makes it awesome for work inside here.